Do you support Ron Paul?
You probably saw in the Republican debates, he's against federal involvement in health, in anything.
A healthy 30-year-old young man has a good job, makes a good living.
He was asked, what if some guy's in a coma and he's going to die and he never took out insurance? What should happen?
But decides, you know what, I'm not going to spend $200 or $300 a month for health insurance because I'm healthy, I don't need it. But, you know, something terrible happens, all of a sudden he needs it. Who's going to pay for if he goes into a coma?
His first answer was something like, it's a tribute to our liberty.
In a society that you accept welfareism and socialism, he expects the government to take care of him.
Well, what do you want?
But what he should do is whatever he wants to do and assume responsibility for himself. My advice to him would have a major medical policy, but not before.
But he doesn't have that. He doesn't have it, and he needs intensive care for 6 months. Who pays?
That's what freedom is all about, taking your own risk. This whole idea that you have to prepare and take care of everybody.
Okay, so if he dies, that's a tribute to how free we are.
Right.
He kind of backed off from that. Actually, it was a huge applause when he said that.
Are you saying the society should just let him die?
No.
Later reactions from elsewhere backed up and said, well, the church will take care of him or charities will take care of him.
I practiced medicine before we had Medicaid in the early 1960s when I got out of medical school. I practiced at Santa Rosa Hospital in San Antonio, and the churches took care of him. We never turned anybody away from the hospital, and we've given up on this whole concept that we might take care of ourselves, assume responsibility for ourselves, our neighbors, our friends, our churches would do it.
Or something or other, so it's not a problem.
That's the reason the cost is so high.
This is just savagery, and it goes across the board. In fact, this holds for the whole so-called libertarian ideology.
Because a dump it on the government becomes a bureaucracy.
It may sound nice on the surface, but if you think it through, it's just a call for corporate tyranny.
It becomes special interest. It kowtows to the insurance companies and the drug companies. Then on top of that, there's no competition in medicine. Everybody's protected by licensing.
Takes away any barrier to corporate tyranny.
We should actually legalize alternative health care, allow people to practice what they want.
The business world would never permit it to happen, since it would destroy the economy. I mean, they can't live without a powerful nanny state. They know it.